Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tom's Gadget Garage. Today we are here in Phoenix, Arizona with the Apollo Go to put this scooter through our extreme hill climb test. Now I did previously publish a comprehensive end-to-end review as well as a direct comparison of this scooter to its top competitors. So if you haven't checked those out, I'll include a link in the description below. But today we're here to answer the question, does the Apollo Go have what it takes to make it up over 23% grade? Well, we're about to find out. First things first, we're going to go ahead and make sure our tire pressure is at 50 psi. Now we're going to hop into the app and make sure our acceleration settings are set to maximum. And they are. We're going to go ahead and bump up regenerative braking as well to level 8 because we are going to be going down a steep decline today. All right, let's go ahead and get this test started. So we are now beginning our extreme hill climb test up the mountain right now. As you saw there, we do have acceleration settings set to maximum. We've got regen braking bumped up for the way down the hill, assuming we make it up there. And so right now we're cruising around. We are going up an incline right now, which is relatively steep, but we're able to maintain 24 miles an hour. Now this scooter does have dual 350 nominal watt motors, each of which can crank out a peak 750 watts of power for a total combined 1,500 watts of peak power. So here we go into one of the first steep sections, and we're making it up about 15 miles an hour. And now we're getting into the really steep section of this mountain. We're maintaining about 13, 14 miles an hour, and we're gonna know that we're in the steepest section as soon as we see the sign up ahead about a windy road, and it looks like somebody knocked that down. Anyways, we are in the steepest section right now, 23% grade. Can the Apollo Go make it up? Right now we're cruising around 10 miles an hour and holding strong at that speed. Here we go into a slightly steeper section, and we've got a little bit of a my God. All right, we had a little bit of an obstruction in the road there, but we are making our way up right now. 6 miles an hour. Scooter is really trying to crank out power right now. All right, we're still making it. This is the steepest section. Are we gonna make it? We're still going. Scooter's beeping at me right now, and we are picking up some speed. Are we gonna make it? 4 miles an hour. And we are through the steepest section with the Apollo Go. So we actually barely made it up that. That is over 23% grade. And we are past the steep part now, working our way into a flat area here. So we'll go ahead and take a pause here and see what we just came up. All right, folks, so there you have it. That's the Apollo Go. And for perspective, all of that road down there is what we just made it up. Now we barely made it up this mountain, but we did make it up without having to stop. And so that's pretty impressive. Another scooter we took up here was the InMotion Climber. Also is able to crank out 1,500 peak watts. The advantage that the Climber has is that it does have higher nominal wattage at 450 watts of power on each motor compared to the Apollo Go's 350 watts up front as well as in the rear. But overall, I'm actually really impressed that this 36 volt scooter was able to make it up this steep of an incline. Most single motor scooters have absolutely no chance to make it up this. So anyways, there's a beautiful view of the Phoenix metro area. And what we're gonna do now is head down the hill and see how it does with the brakes. Now that we've basically made it to the top of this mountain, we're gonna go ahead and test this out on the way down. We do have regenerative braking set to 8. This scooter also has drum brakes. That's part of the reason why I'm cranking up the regenerative braking. because drum brakes, although they are lower maintenance, they don't have the bite of disc brakes, and so we're definitely going to need the electronic assistance on the way down. Now this Apollo Go does have this manual brake lever. We also have the ability to leverage this dedicated electronic regenerative braking throttle here, which works very well. Now Apollo doesn't recommend using that when your battery charge is at 90% or higher for risk of potentially overcharging the battery. Just something they mentioned in the manual, so I know that coming down here we're at 91%, so we used a whole 9% battery coming up that mountain. And we're going to go ahead and pump these brakes on the way down because I definitely don't want to overheat them. Now, one important thing I do want to mention is that when you do use this manual brake lever, you're not only actuating the drum brake, you're also engaging the electronic braking as well, so you're able to take advantage of both. All right, we've got a flat area here. Cruising around 24 miles an hour and coming down another steep section here. If I release, the brakes completely, this thing will speed up probably to 40, 50 miles an hour. That's how steep this hill is. All right. Let's see if the regen brake can get us to a stop. Almost. Actually, just about. All right, folks. So that was our hill climb test with the Apollo Go. So can it make it up a 23% grade with a 204-pound rider? Absolutely. It did make it up. It struggled, but at the end of the day, it accomplished the task. And so if you live in an area with lots of hills, especially steep hills, this scooter is very well suited for that type of riding, especially given it's got dual motors. So as you can see right now, we're cruising around about 26, 27 miles an hour. No problem on this scooter. And that's one thing that I really love about the Apollo Go, and one of the main reasons why this is one of my favorite scooters is that you get solid acceleration, you get solid top speed, you get the hill climbability, and you get the suspension in a relatively lightweight 49-pound package. So overall, really impressed with this scooter. Now, as I mentioned, I did post a comprehensive end-to-end review on the Apollo Go, as well as a direct comparison of this scooter to the Ninebot Max G2, as well as the NIU KQi 300X. So if you're interested in viewing that content, I will include some links in the description below. But anyways, if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, thank you so much for tuning into Tom's Gadget Garage. We'll see you next time.